Have you ever felt like making a real, meaningful change in your life is going to take forever? Years, maybe? Well, what if I told you that you could completely transform your world in just 6 months? Seriously. Today, we're laying out the exact blueprint to redefine your next 180 days.
In this quote right here from the one and only Jim Rohn is the heart of it all. See, we get so wrapped up in what we can do in a day or even a week that we totally miss the incredible power packed into a 6-month stretch. Understanding this is, no joke, a total game changer.
Okay, so let's make this real for you right now. Just pause and honestly ask yourself this question. If you keep doing exactly what you're doing, no changes, where are you going to be 180 days from now? Same routine? Same bank account? Same frustrations? The thing is, what you don't actively change, you are passively choosing.
So why 6 months? Why not 30 days or a whole year? Well, it turns out 6 months is the absolute sweet spot. It's long enough to achieve something huge, something really substantial, but it's short enough that you feel the urgency. It keeps you from falling into that "I'll get to it later" trap.
This creates this powerful psychological state. It's called realistic urgency. It's that feeling where you know you have enough runway to build something amazing, but the clock is ticking just loud enough to keep you focused. You can't procrastinate, but you don't have to panic either. It's the perfect fuel for getting big things done.
All right, so where do we begin? Well, the first move isn't about working harder. It's about getting smarter. It's about getting crystal clear. We have to transform those vague daydreams and fuzzy wishes into sharp, specific, high-definition goals. This is the foundation for everything that comes next.
And this really says it all. Clarity is power. I mean, think about it. Fuzzy goals can only lead to fuzzy results. It's just how it works. But the moment you know exactly what you're aiming for, down to the last detail, the how starts to magically appear.
And just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? On the left, you have a wish. I want to be healthier. Okay, cool. But on the right, you have a target. I will lose 20 pounds and exercise 3 times a week. One is a maybe someday dream. The other is a plan you can actually start working on today. That is the shift we're talking about. So, once you've got that razor-sharp goal, the next phase is all about getting your most powerful tool, your brain, lined up with that new reality. And no, this isn't just wishful thinking. This is a daily mental workout, a training regimen designed to prime your mind for success.
So here's a simple but incredibly powerful technique from neuroscience expert John Assaraf. First, write down your goal as if it's already happened. I am so happy and grateful now that I am. Then you read it every morning and every night. But here's the real magic. Steps 3 and 4. You close your eyes, you see it happening, you rehearse it in your mind, and this is key. You feel the emotions, the joy, the relief, the gratitude, as if it's real right now.
So why does this work? What's going on here? Well, this daily practice literally activates what Assaraf calls the genius CEO part of your brain. You're basically giving your subconscious mind a new job description. You're telling it, hey, this is our new reality. Now go out and find a way to make it happen. It's not magic, it's neuroscience.
Okay, so you've got a clear goal and your mind is primed for action. Now it's time to build the daily structure that makes success almost inevitable. Because here's the thing, huge achievements don't come from doing 4,000 different things. They come from doing a few key things 4,000 times.
Your success is really built on these 4 pillars. First, your environment. Does your home and workspace energize you or drain you? Second, your associations. Who are you spending your time with? Are they lifting you higher? Third, your knowledge. Are you feeding your mind every single day? And finally, your philosophy. Realizing that life isn't about what happens to you, it's about what you do about it.
Now that might sound like a whole lot to change all at once, but really, it all starts with this tiny number, just 1%. The goal isn't to be perfect tomorrow. The goal is to just get 1% better today. A tiny, almost invisible improvement.
Because here's where the magic really happens. This is the power of compounding. Getting 1% better every day for 6 months doesn't make you 180% better. No, it makes you nearly 500% better. Just let that sink in for a second. Those tiny daily choices stack up into an unbelievable transformation.
Let's make this super practical. Take reading just 10 pages a day. Seems like nothing, right? It's so easy to do, but it's also really easy not to do. But if you stick with that tiny habit, in 6 months, you'll have read about 7 whole books. Think about all the new ideas, the new strategies you'd have from 7 books. That's the power of the small, daily discipline.
Now, of course, this journey is not going to be a perfect straight line to the top. Come on, you're going to have bad days, you're going to face setbacks. And that's not being negative, that's just being real. So let's talk about how to stay in the game when things get tough.
You've got to redefine success in your mind. Success isn't about avoiding failure. That's impossible. Success is all about resilience. The whole game isn't about never falling down. It's about how fast you get back up. It's about getting up just one more time than you get knocked over. That's it. That's the secret.
And here's a fascinating bit of human psychology you can use as a secret weapon. Find someone to be accountable to. Tell a trusted friend your goal. Because for whatever reason, we will fight harder to avoid letting someone else down than we will just to help ourselves. So use that. Use that leverage to keep yourself moving forward.
So we end up right back where we started. The next 6 months are going to pass no matter what. Time's going to fly by whether you do something or you do nothing. The only question left is, where will you be when it's over? You have the power to write an incredible story of achievement. The pen is in your hand, right now. The choice of which story you're going to tell, well, that's completely up to you.